Welcome back to the Galaxy's favorite talk show. As always, my name is Nick, joined by my co-host.
Oh, hello, everyone.
Joshua.
Yes.
We're going to be talking about House of Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
We're shooting this in like the middle of the week right now.
True.
Episode 3 dropped, and we wanted to talk about it.
Yeah, this is a couple days before episode 4 drops.
Mm-hmm.
Hope everyone's enjoying the show. I'm not gonna lie, after the shit box that was like season 8 of Game of Thrones, like the absolute stinker. Like that thing was ass. It was ass crack, bro. Like, let's keep it real. I didn't know what to expect for this, you know? Like, I was like, all right, they're making more Game of Thrones. As long as it's good, you know, I'll be happy. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think it's anything bad happened yet. So far, it's pretty. It reminds me a lot of Game of Thrones when it was good.
Yeah, I think the pilot was really good with like the amount of like violence and like all the stuff that like all the elements of Game of Thrones was there.
Yeah, it really feels like a lot of the what would you call it? Like the score of the episodes feel the same. A lot of the music feels the same. Like the direction, the shots. This feels like it's made by the same people. I don't know how many people are the same that are working on the cast and crew. I know the crew. It's probably the cast is completely different, but
yeah.
The crew. I wonder how many people are like still on from Game of Thrones. I know the showrunners are off because those two dudes fell off hard.
Oh yeah.
There's no way they brought their ass back.
No, definitely not. I think it's just George R.R. Martin and like.
Yes, that's another thing. They brought him back, and he's like actually like more involved, I think, than he was in the last couple seasons of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, because I think there's actually also a whole book series about like the Targaryen area.
Yeah, it's called like Fire and Blood, I think.
Yeah, I was at what's it called? I was at a bookstore.
Okay.
Like a couple days ago, and I was like looking at all the Game of Thrones books. Like I didn't realize how many there are.
Dude, there's so many. Like I couldn't even tell you.
This dude's just written them his whole life.
What's crazy is we're still waiting. Like they ain't even done. Like we're still waiting on like. I think it's called the Winds of Winter. Is the next book, and he said it was gonna drop like in 2016, and we're still waiting on it.
God, bro.
And he keeps being like, "I'm gonna do
for
it."
Game of Thrones or for
Game of Thrones.
Jeez.
So we don't even know how like George R.R. Martin is gonna finish the series because the show kind of caught up to him, and from that point on, I guess instead of consulting him, the showrunners are like, "Oh, let's just do it ourselves." So the ending we got was just, I guess, whatever they decided to do with it, and shit, it seems like they don't know what they're doing.
Damn.
Anyway, this is about House of the Dragon.
That's a whole other rant.
Yeah. we haven't even done that episode. We wanted to talk about season 8, like its whole thing.
I feel more motivated now because like I'm in Game of Thrones mood.
True.
For y'all watching on YouTube, I'm wearing a cloak.
Oh yeah. So Nick's in the what would that be, like the Night's Watch cloak? Yeah. It's like all black. It's gonna get big. It's gonna get hot. Trust me, Nick.
Dude, I didn't even put the fan on.
I know, dude. This is gonna make us like. This is gonna keep this like episode not too long because you're gonna be like, dude, I gotta get this shit off.
Dude, for real. Let's get into this episode though.
So we're going episodes 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, we're gonna build up all the way to episode 3 because I think the third episode is probably the best so far.
Yeah, it's been like a rising climax. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a whole time jump that happens, so like we gotta talk about that.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the main characters. The first person we meet is Rhaenyra, or Rhaenyra Targaryen.
Yeah.
And she's supposed to be like what, like 12 or?
I thought she was like okay. So her father, who's the king right now, is Viserys, and he says at one point like, "Oh, my daughter of 15." So like. I guess she's 15, or she's supposed to be. She doesn't look 15. No. The actor is definitely like in her early 20s, I'd say. So I think we're going for somewhere in between the ages of 15 to 17. Like that's her age range, I'm guessing.
Okay.
I think maybe we start at 15, and then there's like obviously the time jump. So then she's like 18-ish at least, because the guy
she's at least of age.
Yeah, because that's what he says multiple times. They start talking about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's like 15 or 16 in the first episode. The king, Viserys.
Yeah, the guy who plays him, I don't know his name. Okay. I actually have it pulled up. So it's Paddy Considine.
Okay.
He was in 2 of Edgar Wright's movies. I think he was in Hot Fuzz.
Oh, okay.
And then he was also in I think it's called The World's End.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I recognized him because I was like, this dude looks so familiar. And it's funny, he's just like in Game of Thrones now.
As he should.
Dope.
We got Rhaenyra's friend, who I guess
Alicent Hightower.
Yeah.
And her father's on the council.
Yeah, and I don't know what his last name is, but it's you said it's Hightower. So his name's Otto.
Otto Hightower. Yeah.
And he's Hand of the King.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a lot of other characters, but I'm not gonna lie. We got there's Daemon. He's the next main character.
Daemon's the king's brother.
Yeah,
so that makes her like
Rhaenyra's uncle.
Yeah,
and the king's brother. So it seems like the main plot of episode 1 at least, and we'll see. I guess this will probably come back into play later into the show, but it's really about who's the heir of Viserys, because Viserys so far only has Rhaenyra as his daughter. He doesn't have any sons. His wife's had a ton of miscarriages. She even talks to him. She's like, "Look, my boy, like my shit's getting worn out."
Yeah, she's like, "This is the last one."
She's like, I don't know how many like dead childs I can handle.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, I get it, bro. That's tough. That's tough.
Yeah.
So she's pregnant. And he's like, "Oh, I know you'll bring me a son," because they all about heirs. You need the firstborn son.
It seems like in this time, like they really push like the traditions, like that's just how it was. Like you marry kind of like to ascend in power, and
exactly. Yeah.
You try to strengthen your family's bloodline. Like it seems very much like they're very conservative. Like tradition is kind of like the thing.
Yeah, and that's like pretty much the main plot line, I guess, going forward. So off rip, if he doesn't have a son, then the only possible heirs to his throne whenever he dies he has his daughter, his only child, and then he has Daemon, his brother,
played by Matt Smith.
Yeah, Matt Smith. We got he's back fresh off Morbius.
Dude, that came out earlier this year.
Yeah, I know.
This man is just 1 for 1, bro.
Did you see? He's like, did you see at Comic-Con? People came up. They were doing a House of the Dragon panel.
Yeah.
And people were asking Matt Smith, and they're like, oh, like, do you get morbed or like some stupid shit like that? And then he was just like, what? Like he had no idea what the fuck was
He's like,
going
I'm gonna
on.
come and morb you. He's like,
they asked him about the memes, and he seemed to be like, I have no idea what's going on. Like, I don't know.
Bro, no way.
He's lying, right? Yeah, there's no way.
They probably told his PR people were like, just don't respond to it. There's no way this dude doesn't like just go on Twitter and he's like,
bro, for a while it was nothing but like have sex. Like every time I opened up my thing and I just saw him dancing. I saw Jared Leto like hissing at my phone. Like it was nothing but Morbius every time I opened social media. So you can't tell me this man was not aware of all this.
Dude, yeah.
So yeah, but let's just throw that out there. He's back. And man, I never noticed, and you mentioned it, I never noticed how big this dude's head is. And he's got like no eyebrows whatsoever. I don't know if that's like a character design or if he got no eyebrows in real life, bro.
I think it's real life.
Oh my god!
I mean, not to roast. This dude's an incredible actor.
That's fucking hilarious, dude. If you guys are listening, Nick just, as I said that, immediately just turned his phone. He said, "It's real life," and this dude's got no eyebrows whatsoever.
I'll send you this photo to throw up later.
Yeah. Oh fuck, that's fucking hilarious. But yeah, he plays Daemon Targaryen, and he's kind of very hot-headed. He's a hot-headed character.
Yeah, he seems to have like low patience, kind of like he's the shit kind of like vibe.
Yeah, for a second I thought he was gonna be like having like some type of relationship with Rhaenyra. Yeah, because the first time they see each other, like it seemed kind of flirty, and I was like, "What the fuck's going on?" But then again, the Targaryens are known for incest.
Yeah, I was gonna talk about that because I've seen. I don't know if you want me to talk about it, but I've seen some like stills about episode 4 and what we might get.
Oh no.
We'll talk about that later.
We'll get to it. Oh shit. But we know that's all. I think they even said in Game of Thrones that before Robert Baratheon, who was the king at the beginning of the show, before him, it was the Mad King, who was a Targaryen. I forgot what his first name was, but he's a Targaryen, and he was the one that's like trying to burn everybody, and he's going fucking mad. And they
is that the Mad King?
Yeah, the Mad King, and they imply so. What's his name? The Hand of the King, I think, was the guy that killed him, right? Or the Knight of the King, which was Jaime Lannister. That's why they call him the Kingslayer. He killed the Mad King. And this all happened before Game of Thrones even started. There's so much damn lore in this show.
I know.
It's so crazy. But the Mad King, they talk about it, and they theorize that the reason why he was so mad is because of like all the years of incest from the Targaryen bloodline.
I mean, dude, they all blonde.
Hey, I mean, you got to keep it in the family, son. You know what I'm saying, feller?
Bro, blonde just does not run well in this show, bro. Oh, we see in episode 3, we see some of the Lannisters.
They do,
which is cool to see a lot, kind of like more characters built into the world.
Yeah, in episode 1, we see one guy of House Stark, Rickon Stark. He pulls up just to bend the knee. Because, I mean, not too much happens in episode 1. It's a lot of introducing characters.
Yeah, exposition.
Yeah, the biggest plot line, I guess, is that his wife, Viserys' wife, the queen, goes into labor.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, hey, bro, like this thing, it ain't coming out like
head
first.
I think it's because it's like turned around or something. So like
when it doesn't come out head first, they have to do a C-section.
Yeah.
And I guess back then, you know, I mean, shit, how they gonna fix her? They were just like, hey, fuck it.
Yeah, they kind of just like, I think it was messed up because I was watching this with my girl and she was like, why would you not at least like tell your wife like you're about to do that? Like
he was like, I don't do it. And then he just goes to her and he pretty much just holds her down. He's like, hey, it's gonna be good.
He's like, it's gonna be over soon. And like they just hold her. It's really like
she pretty much just gets murdered, like so they can get the baby out.
Yeah.
Like damn.
And then the baby dies.
I know.
I think it was a boy, and like you literally hear it like boy. Choke. Yeah. It's like
it lived for like a couple seconds.
I don't know why they didn't like pat its back or something. I was like, I know. I don't know, man.
I don't know,
but yeah, that was a really huge plot twist.
Yeah,
I like really sad at the end because they hold like a funeral. I think in the start of 2 or the end of 1.
It's one of the 2, but all I know is Daemon like goes to the brothel and this dude's straight up like piping like he's having a whole on orgy, bro. Like there's like
he's like I need a fucking nude scene.
There's ass everywhere.
It's in his contract.
Titties is out. Like we actually get 2 scenes. I mean, it ain't Game of Thrones without some tits. It ain't Game of Thrones without some female nudity.
Yeah, I almost said that when we were talking. I was like, all the elements of Game of Thrones. Yeah. I was like,
they're all here.
Nudity's in there.
Oh my god!
Of course, George R. R. Martin, bro. Dude's a genius, though.
He said, we need to see some of the. What is he saying?
We need the floppy wiener.
That's what he said
from South Park.
Yeah, he's like, if we see a glistening shot of his wiener, it's like he's 8.8 inches soft. He's dangling. And it's like, bro, it's like, stop! I don't want to hear about
what the fuck.
I don't want to hear about this.
That's funny, dude.
We don't see no wiener though. We just see we see Matt Smith's ass. He's piping some girl, and then we see at the party though. He's kind of hype. I guess that the heir is dead. Like,
yeah.
He does a toast to what the king for a day is what he calls his brother's
like a really in poor taste.
Yeah, and
comment.
He's pretty much hyped because he's like, hey, I'm heir, bro. Like because he was I think heir if he didn't have a son.
Yeah.
But Viserys, the king, was found out about this and he got pissed. And then he made like a whole thing in front of everybody and he changed heirs. He made his daughter, Rhaenyra, is now heir.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
That's crazy because I think it was Viserys' cousin or like his sister or something.
Okay.
She's married to the... so many names in the show, dude.
She was the queen that never was.
Yeah, the queen that never was.
And so at the very start of the show, they kind of give like a Star Wars-esque intro. They don't have like an opening crawl. I mean, it's kind of just words that say, oh, this takes place like 172 years before Game of Thrones, before Daenerys Targaryen was born.
Yeah.
So it's, a couple generations before her. And then it lets us know that there was a time where they needed to find out who's king, and we got to pick between Viserys and we got to pick between whatever her name is, the queen that never was, and
Princess. Hold on.
Oh,
wait.
No, Nick.
It's Princess Renee something.
Okay. It's something Targaryen.
Yeah.
But they don't pick her. And she's kind of bitter. I think we see her again like in episode 2 or 3.
Yeah, and she's married to Corlys Velaryon.
Okay.
And he's part of the King's Council.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, instead of having a girl kind of pretty much be the king, like they would just rather pass on and like elect a new heir.
Yeah. So this was kind of like I guess a big deal.
Yeah, because I remember at one point she talks to like her aunt, and she's like, men would rather like burn the kingdom than like have a woman be like the king.
Facts.
Like she says something along those lines of like,
and I think
there's never been like a queen ruler.
And I think when they're like the round table or whatever is talking about it, I think everybody's advising him. They're like, bro, like are you serious? Like they're like, they no way you trying to like make her the heir, like your heir. And it's like it's a girl, bro. Hell no.
Yeah.
It's like
They're
girls.
really against it.
I want to see men.
Girls. Yeah, that's pretty much what they're like, bro.
Yeah. Episode 2. This picks up after the death. After that, what happens in episode 2, Nick? Do you remember?
Episode 2.
I think episode 2. It's more so like building up, I guess, to 3, and 3 is the one that kind of pops off.
Yeah, I think we get some exposition of like the crab feeder. Like they talk a little bit about how like there's a war kind of going on, and like the king is like ignoring it. Yeah,
and they're like, okay, we should. He sends Damon, I guess, to deal with it, or Damon kind of chooses to deal with it on his own with that one guy, because he. This is the one all about where they're trying to figure out who the king is gonna marry. That's what the main plot of his episode 2 is.
Oh, that's right.
It's been about 6 months or so, like since his wife died, and they're all like, "Hey, bro, like you gotta remarry."
Yeah,
you know?
Otto is like trying to push his daughter, Allison, who's friends with Rhaenyra, like
yeah,
onto her father. He's like, "Go like spend time with the king."
Dude, imagine you're like telling your daughter, and she's like, she's like a teenager still.
Yeah, she's like Rhaenyra's age, like 15.
And she's like, "Hey, like go to his room, bro."
Yeah. See what's up.
You know what you gotta do.
It's so weird.
That's fucking odd. It gets even weirder later when the Valerian guy is like, "Hey, bro, what about like Princess Leia or like Lyra or whatever?"
Oh yeah, he's like we could strengthen our bloodline, like.
Yeah, and at first it sounds kind of good because he's like, "Oh, we're the only other house that's like high Valyrian," and then I'm like, "Okay," and then he goes and meets her. This chick's like 12, bro.
Dude, no, she's like 10.
Yeah,
bro.
She's fucking like, oh my.
We got like a 50-year-old king and like a 12-year-old.
They're like walking through a thing too, and she's like, "I could bear you many sons," and I was like, "Oh."
Yeah.
Oh, and Viserys didn't even feel it either. Like,
yeah, he's like,
thank God, bro.
He's like,
that would have been weird if he was like, okay.
No,
that would have been odd.
Yeah.
As fuck.
He seems to me like a foolish king who kind of like, like doesn't want to be king, but like he seems like
it should have been the girl who never was the queen. I forgot her. I don't know her name. We don't know it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Nick said it's Rhea or something. It seems like it should have been her. Like she would have been a better ruler, but it seems like they just picked him because he was a guy, and he's kind of just like going about, like Damon even be talking shit. He's like, "Bro, my brother don't know what the hell he doing." Like that's like shit, bro. Like the hand of the king, like they're all pretty much king and telling him what to do.
Yeah, her name is Rhaenys Targaryen.
Rhaenys.
It says Rhaenys. They all kind of start the same. Rhaenyra is the main character, and then Rhaenys.
We'll say Rhaenys. We don't know if we're saying it right, bro. Okay. Yeah. But so yeah, there's the 10-year-old potential wed. There's
they almost kind of go through with it until he's like.
It seems like everyone's saying like, yeah, that's the one.
No,
they're so weird. For real, they are though.
That's what I'm saying. Like in this kind of like world, a lot of people just stress tradition. Like,
yeah,
they would rather like have a child marry like a man like 3 times her age.
God,
and like all in the sake of like tradition rather than like just naming a girl heir.
Their thought is like when she's like able to have a child,
God.
Their thought is like that's more years that she can like continuously pump out babies so they can have more potential heirs and like people in their name, you know what I mean? Like that's their thoughts. And it's what's even weirder is like he even says once she says like, "Oh, I could like give you kids," he was like, "Oh shit, did your father tell you to say that? Like what did your mom say?" And she's like, "Oh, I wouldn't have to like
lay with you for like 4 more years
until I'm 14 or something like that."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh Jesus,
jeez."
I'm so glad I didn't go through with that. I was like, that's gonna be weird as hell, bro. Like I can't.
I can't watch this, my boy.
Yeah. But they don't go through with that. The other idea is what's the other idea? There's an idea to. Is that the only other one? There's that, or
there's Allison. Remember?
Well, yeah, but Allison was kind of out of nowhere. Like we the audience knew because Otto was like sending her to spend time with him.
Yeah, he's kind of trying to like.
Everyone else was surprised.
Strings.
Yeah,
I think they also is this when they hold that whole tourney.
That was episode 1 where they like doing like the jousting.
And has she already picked her knight, like Sir Kristen? I think.
Yeah, so that Rhaenyra ends up picking him to be on the King's Guard because he was the only knight that had actually seen combat.
Yeah.
So he's on the Night's Watch now, whatever they call it, the King's Guard. The big thing in episode 2 is that we just get Alicent.
Yeah.
And Rhaenyra's mad because she's like, "Bro, this my dude." Like, bro, Nick, imagine you. All right, like let's think about this for a second.
Paint this picture.
Let's paint this picture. Imagine we got we got our boy Jaden. Our friend Jaden has been on the podcast before.
Yeah.
Imagine we got Jaden. Imagine tragically your father, Nick, has passed away.
Oh, it sucks.
Yeah. And then, for like 6 months, let's say you and Jaden are like boys, like best friends.
Yeah.
And Jaden's like always by his side. He's like, it's okay, bro. Like, same thing happened to like, my family. I know how you're going through. He's there consoling you 6 months.
Okay.
And then 6 months later, out of nowhere, your mom's like, hey, I'm remarrying. And you're like, what? And you're like, Jaden. And then Jaden's just like, my boy.
Bro, I'd be fucking pissed off, bro.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
That's how Renee felt in this episode.
Yeah, that's deadass what happened.
So I didn't pick up on this, but my girlfriend said when she watched it, like, she got the vibes that they kind of like it was a love interest or something. Or I don't know if it was just like they were friends or something. I didn't pick up on it. Like
on Alicent and Viserys?
No.
Rhaenyra and her.
And Alicent kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah, I could see that.
They shared like intimate moments or something like that.
I could see that too. I wouldn't be surprised. I could see it.
Oh shit. You can see it?
Maybe. You never know.
But no, the big thing in episode 2 also is at the very end, Corlys keeps like talking to Viserys about like this war that's like going on at the Stepstones, like the crab feeders, like causing all this shit. And then he goes to Daemon and he kind of like, they kind of pose it as like he's like plotting something against Viserys. But like they pretty much end up just going to fight the war. I think like themselves.
So like Viserys, I think, doesn't really want to touch it. He's like, nah, we ain't gonna do no war shit.
Yeah, because I remember in the first episode, he makes his Daemon is like the security of the city, and he goes on like this huge like manhunt. He like mutilates this dude's dick.
Yeah, he murks like a ton of people that are potential.
Well, it's hard
criminals.
to watch as a man, bro. Like,
yes, we see the dick chopped off. It's like sitting there, and it's just like off him. We do
like, throws it.
Yeah. No, they mutilate and like butcher like a ton of thieves and like.
Yeah. Well, it's very unclear that like are all these people criminals or like
it seems like they were just killing.
Some of them just like fucking. Are they just trying to intimidate people? Like, yo, don't cause any crimes.
I doubt. Yeah, I doubt. See, I doubt. Like, I mean, they didn't even check if they're actually criminals.
Yeah,
they were just
went
like
up to dude and stabbed them. They weren't like
exactly
pedophilia crime. Like I don't know.
So, yeah, I'm pretty sure he just mutilated a ton of people that were like lower class in the kingdom.
It's fucked up.
Yeah. So Daemon's just not a good guy. He ends up getting kicked out. That's one thing that happens. His brother banishes him to Dragonstone.
Yeah, the Stepstones or something like that.
And he steals a dragon egg too.
Oh, that's right. And Rhaenyra like pulls up with her dragon. She's like, "Give that shit back," or like,
pretty much
like she's about to start a civil war.
Yeah, because he's saying that he's gonna have a child with the one girl who they keep saying since she worked at the brothel. It's like, oh, this is just some whore.
Yeah, he took like some whore.
Yeah, and he's like, hey, bro, like he told him that she's already pregnant, and then he took this egg because I guess Targaryens, when they're born in a cradle or whatever, they put a dragon egg next to them because they're, I don't know, it's something for strength or some type of tradition.
Well, because I know some Targaryens are like fireproof, so maybe that's like a
maybe
something like that.
Maybe that's how it happens. I don't know. But they stole the egg. They're mad. The king's like, bro, go get that shit back. They're about to fight. Like it's bad.
Yeah, Otto pulls up, and then like he pulls up with his dragon, and they're like, fuck.
Yeah,
they're like, put the fucking things away. It's pretty funny.
Rhaenyra saves the day. She gets the egg, and I think right after that is when the king's like, hey, like I'm trying to fuck Alicent though. Like
he's like, I'm getting with it.
Yeah.
Well, because I remember she fixes her dragon thing. Remember?
Her dragon thing, what thing?
Or I'm sorry, Viserys is like little like model dragon.
Yes,
he has like a model thing of the city, and I think Otto was like, or I think she fixes it for him.
She does,
and she actually seems like a good person. So
yeah, Alicent seems nice.
It's like her father obviously wants to do it to like kind of gain power.
Yeah, but it seems like she seems like she genuinely cares. Yeah,
yeah,
like she's a good person. But it seems like Otto is maybe doing it for his own. Everybody just wants power.
It's a Game of Thrones.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very much like. I like how they kept the main theme song.
Yeah.
By the way, we haven't even talked about like the opening title.
The episode 1 doesn't have one, so I was thinking like, oh, I guess they're not gonna have one. But episode 2 and 3, they have the song back. They have an intro. It's very. I leave the intro on, bro. I'm not skipping it.
Oh, dude, we don't skip Game of Thrones in my.
Yeah, we don't. We don't skip that intro.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So, but as you were saying, what's the guy's name? The High Valyrian guy.
Corlys
meets
Valyrian.
with Daemon. And I think the reason why they meet is because they're meeting in secret. It seems like Corlys is kind of mad that Viserys, the king, was like he chose Alicent over his like 10-year-old niece or whatever the fuck.
Bitch. And also there's like a war going on.
Yeah.
And he's kind of like neglecting that.
And I think that their idea is like, look, the king ain't gonna do nothing right now. We've always been seen as like other people. We've had to work for everything in our life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's kind of like, look, like we're liking that way. He's like, why don't we like rise up and just take what we want? So I guess that's
True.
why they are like, we're gonna fight this war ourselves. And I think that's why something that Daemon does in episode 3 that we'll talk about, why he does something, and because I don't think he wants to win this war without his brother, so he can have like all the glory and people can like respect him.
Yeah.
See that he doesn't need his brother, and he's better than his brother. He'd be a better king, I think that's what he's trying to show.
Yeah, he's got an ego.
Yeah. We're into episode 3 now. It's been 2 years.
Yeah, there's like a 2 or 3 year time jump, so she's at least like 17, 18.
Yeah,
like she's definitely like of age now.
Yeah, Rhaenyra's of age. Immediately off rip, Alicent has already had a child. I guess they immediately got to fucking at the end of like the second episode because the baby that they had, his name's Aegon.
Yeah,
and it's his second birthday.
Yeah, so it's been 2 years at least.
Yeah, it's been at least. It's probably
been 9 months.
It's been over. Yeah, so it's been almost 3 years technically.
Yeah, that's how I saw it. Was like a 3 year time jump.
Unless Alicent was already pregnant, but who knows? I don't know if they were fucking. We didn't see nothing.
So they go on like this big hunt thing, right?
Yeah, so
they're
it's
like in the forest and there's like tents set up. A lot of people are like meeting up from different houses. We see a Lannister.
We do.
We see a
What's
Jacob.
his name?
Jake from. No, it's Jason.
Jason.
I'm just like Jake from.
Jake from
Allstate. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jason Lannister. He pulls up on Rhaenyra. He kind of starts hitting on her, spitting game.
He wants it. Give it to me.
Give it to me. But Rhaenyra, like, she's kind of annoyed. Like, she doesn't really want to marry anyone.
Yeah, she's
and
very
like, be their queen because she wants to be the new heir.
Yeah, she wants it, and she's mad that her dad like.
He kind of went back on his word. He's like, it's the second name day. Everyone's kind of celebrating Aegon's birthday, and they want him to name Aegon the heir.
It seems like everyone's just like assuming like, oh, so this is gonna be the next king then. Like Aegon, the king's first son. He's 2. Let's celebrate his birthday. And she's very, I guess, annoyed. She's kind of resentful for like, I mean, rightfully so. Like her mom died within 6 months. Her dad marries like her best friend and possible like person she might have like had feelings for.
Yeah.
And then she's pregnant already. Then she's also pregnant with a second child.
Yeah. She's
got a baby.
She's at least in her 3rd trimester.
Yeah. She's heavily pregnant while they already have a kid. So there's a second one coming. I mean,
there's a lot of shit going on.
Dude, I'd be annoyed too. I would be resentful, but like, I would be very resentful. Like, I mean, what the fuck is going on? Like, so
she's like venting to we got Sir Kristen back.
Mm-hmm.
She's like venting to him and shit. There's one point she runs off into the woods, I think.
Yeah.
Just because like she's mad or like she hears like the house is like talking shit.
Yeah, I think she doesn't want to be at this name day party thing. She's like, I don't want shit to do with this.
Yeah.
Especially after she finds out that her dad, I guess, like promised her, like said, like, oh, what about like this Lannister, like get at my daughter.
Yeah. So he was pretty much trying to like pass her off to like another house.
Yeah.
While like doing all that, and she's like, "Don't say that shit if you're not going to keep your word."
That's true. That's pretty much like the whole plot of this episode. Besides, like,
they go off into the woods. There's like a sequence where they fight a boar.
Yeah.
And she like. Her and Kristen kill it. She
she's
brings
mad.
it back.
She fucking like shanks it like 8 times after.
Yeah,
like,
she's like all covered in blood.
Yeah,
and so she's kind of like, I don't know, like a middle finger to her dad. She's like I ain't a princess.
Yeah, she's like, fuck you, bro. Fuck off.
Exactly.
They're trying to get a white stag. Like they keep calling it a hart, a white hart, HART.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, it's just big ass deer.
Yeah. I'm guessing it's supposed to be like an omen for like good luck.
Yeah, and they end up not being able to find it.
Yeah.
The one they find is a big ass brown one, and the king ends up killing it. It takes like 2 or 3 hits too, bro. Yeah. This dude missed the damn heart.
Sucks at it. It was really like hard to watch, bro.
Yeah. And I guess she's gone the whole damn time. Like she shows up like once the festivities are pretty much done.
Mm-hmm.
But while they're out, they see the actual white stag heart thing.
Yeah, like
up.
the Lord of the Forest.
Yeah,
like,
the one that's there.
The Good Omen.
Yeah, like it I guess it came to her. Like it's showing her, bro.
Yeah.
She's like, hey, yo. She sees it.
Yeah, and she lets it go.
She lets
like
it
she
live.
doesn't kill it.
Yeah. That would have been for a second I thought she was gonna kill it and show up with it. That would have been a way bigger middle finger than the boar.
No.
Like, hey, look what I got.
It's cool symbolism though. Like I'm pretty sure she's gonna be the next. Like,
I hope
heir
so.
In a couple episodes.
I hope she. I was gonna because you could Google this because the books are out there, so we know what happens unless they like make any changes. Which sometimes they do. Whenever there's books, they make slight tweaks so it could still be like a little interesting to people that have already read the books.
True.
So, but I didn't look it up. I really wanted to, but I wanted to see like, oh shit, does she become the queen? Like, is she the actual king? But like, I didn't look it up because I was like, I want to be surprised if that happens. I want to see all the twists and turns and stuff. Like, you know what Game of Thrones is known for. I want to see the backstabs.
Dude, for sure. It's always like the most. It's just so like satisfying. Watching Game of Thrones for the first time again. Oh, dude, something Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I love it.
But episode 4. So I saw some
coming
stills on Twitter, bro.
I
don't know if we're gonna have another time jump, but they're changing the actress who plays Rhaenyra.
I did see that. So I know we're getting we're getting time jumps so big that a couple actresses are changing. Rhaenyra's changing. Leah or whoever played like the 10-year-old, she's changing. So she's gonna be, I guess, like probably 16.
Yeah.
Something like that. And I think Alicent, but I'm not 100% sure on her.
I think she is.
It would make sense that she would because she's like the same age as Rhaenyra, yeah.
But the finale of episode 3.
Oh my god!
We didn't even talk about it, bro.
This dude.
Dude, so apparently Matt Smith didn't even like have a single word of dialogue.
Really?
Like if you notice in the episode, like he didn't say anything.
I didn't even think. Wait, that whole episode he didn't speak?
Because it pretty much ends where like the dad gives the letter off to be like, all right, send the help.
Yeah.
And then like
he gets pissed because I guess they're fighting this war. It's not really going anywhere.
Yeah, it's been like 3 years. It's been like,
this whole time since the end of episode 2, they've been fighting, and the crab people I guess keep retreating into the caves, which they have an advantage in there.
Yeah, because like dragons can't really like breathe fire and shit on the battlefield as they do.
Yeah, so as they do. Their one plan that they talk about is let's send one dude out there to like draw people out, and then we'll go in and fuck them up. But then they were like, well, who the hell is gonna do that? They're gonna die. And they some of them talk about Daemon because I think that no one likes him really. Like it seems like it's send Daemon, bro. Get his ass out here.
They really like hype him up as like this, I don't know, like bold, brash kind of like like a bad boy in the Targaryen.
So he shows up to this like cliff side where they're planning their next attack, and that's when they see the letter, and the letter is from his brother, and he's like, hey, my boy, like,
he's like, I'm sending help. Yeah,
he pretty much just says like, hey, like I know we've grown apart, like my bad. He's like, but I don't want to see you lose. He's like, so I got you. And I guess he kind of took it as like, bro, fuck this. Like, he's like, I'd rather.
I took that personally.
Yeah, exactly.
He like beats the shit out of the fucking messenger.
Oh my god, all, yeah.
I felt so bad, bro.
Like everybody there was like,
dude,
hey.
Yeah.
Like, let him go.
Let him go. Yeah, poor dude.
Yeah, that guy got jumped.
After they let him get up, he goes to the crab feeders battlefield and he waves like a white flag. Dude's pretty much saying, I give up. He walks up like to the middle of the battlefield and like he pretty much like offers his weapon. Yeah, he's like surrendering. And it's fake. My boy, a ruse. This dude just starts running and fucking slashing people. Dude, he gets through like at least like 2 or 3 waves of people. Yeah. Before like, and there's like archers shooting down at him. Yeah. Dude, until he takes like 2 arrows. Yeah. And then he kind of has to like recompose. He had to go underneath like some cover, and then that's when they surround him. He's about to be done, but in that time that he was taking them all on, the army like regrouped. They sent somebody else on Dragonback. I don't know who that was. It's one of the Targaryens. I knew it was a Targaryen. I didn't know who it was, but like, because it wasn't Rhaenyra. She's the only other person we'd seen besides him and Matt Smith. Matt Smith's dragon, also, by the way, I like how the dragon, his dragon is like visually different than all the dragons we've seen so far in Game of Thrones. Like his is a very like long one, where the other ones seem to be more like just the dragons we've seen so far in Game of Thrones. Like they're kind of thicker. They have they look like a lizard. This one looks like a snake. Yeah. Type thing. It looks weird. The design is different. I do like it though. I like how they switched it up. I mean, this was a time when like dragons were just very common. Yeah. Because in Game of Thrones, the normal one, they were extinct until Daenerys like brings them back. Yeah. It's really cool just to see like a different era, man.
It is. But Matt Smith, Damon goes hard. He this whole scene, this battle scene is like, oh my god, it's
really good.
It's good Game of Thrones, bro. It's back.
Yeah,
you get a good battle scene. It's nice. We get like crazy like overhead shots of him running, taking people out.
Yeah,
it's a big scale. The dragon shows up and saves him before he dies, and the crab dude, like what's his name, like the crab feeder.
The crab feeder.
Yeah, I don't know. He looks weird as hell though.
Yeah, I think he has the grayscale that Sir Jonah had in Game of Thrones. Like it like
he looks disgusting, bro. And he's also wearing like a Sons of the Harpy mask, which we hear about in Game of Thrones. We never really see too much about what they're about, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think we see some people with similar masks.
Yeah, I'm hoping they go more into like some of the weird things that we didn't see fully developed in Game of Thrones in the show. That'd be cool to see. But for a second, I was like, what the hell is that? Because while they're all fighting, finally the army shows up. Damon chases the crab feeder into the cave.
Yeah.
And there's a shot where like he's like somebody's walking out from behind, they're dragging something. I'm like, for a second I thought he was just dragging his weapon. Like I'm like, okay, like did he kill him? And then like we see more and I'm like, what the hell is that? This dude like cut that man in half.
He sliced him. Well, so apparently his sword is like Valyrian steel.
Yeah.
Which is like the fucking strongest shit. I think like one of the characters in Game of Thrones like had that sword. Like you can literally chop through anything.
Yeah, there's Jon Snow's sword was Valyrian steel. A couple of them have it. Like I think Arya, not her needle, but like her little like knife that she gets later on. That's Valyrian
that
steel.
kills
the one that exactly kills the Night King.
Exactly.
But no, yeah, he
chopped him in half.
And he's like dragging his arm, and it's literally just like his torso's cut. We see like guts that are like hanging out, and he just dragged him out, bro. It's brutal.
And then he just
throws that ass on the ground.
The final shot just ends on him all fucking bloodied.
And you're right. Now that you mention it, Matt Smith didn't speak a single word. This dude just did all that. That's so cool.
I wonder if that was intentional or like they just didn't want to give him anything to say. Because like
it must be intentional.
That dude would have rather like ran into a suicide mission and died fighting
than to get helped by his brother.
Yeah. So now he's gonna get all the glory. I really like his character now.
Yeah,
like it just shows kind of like I don't know, dude. Like he knows what he's talking about. Maybe he should be king.
I'm guessing that like now he's gonna have some like cred, and people are gonna be like, oh shit, like we want this dude as a king, potential king. You know, some people are gonna like him as a potential heir. Rhaenyra's a girl, so you know, like fuck girls, bro. I want to see men.
I want to see men.
Like that's what most people are thinking in this show. So we have that. There's also Aegon, and in this episode, they're also talking about a lot of people go up to Viserys the king, and they're discussing what he should do with Rhaenyra in terms of her marrying somebody, because he's saying like you're of age, like you need to like wed somebody. It's just how it is.
Yeah, they're trying to like push the tradition on her.
So there's when we see is the Lannister. That's the one that he wanted. We have a couple people come up and give their ideas to him. Somebody says, I guess there's another. What's the guy that the other High Valyrian guy? Like you know his name. Corlys. Yeah, he had the daughter we know, which is the one who was like 10. But then somebody else was like, oh, he's also got like a son or something like that. Maybe you give the son to Rhaenyra to the son. Mm-hmm. So someone suggests that. And then somebody else suggests, they're like, hey, bro, why don't you have her marry Aegon? And he's like, huh? He's like, he's 2. And
like he's 2 years old.
Let's say,
like, oh, shit.
But he was just like, hey, I mean, keep it in the family.
Gosh, bro.
So, like, I don't know what the fuck's going to happen, dude. I mean.
I don't know, man. This show really could go anywhere.
I really don't know what to expect. Because, like, immediately, I assumed that Rhaenyra was gonna be with Matt Smith's character, because the Targaryens are all about incest.
Yeah.
So that'd be like an uncle and a niece like together, which I mean that's technically what happened with Jon Snow and Daenerys. She was his aunt.
Yeah.
She was his aunt.
George R. R. Martin just likes
What's funny is Jon Snow found out and he couldn't really like do anything with her anymore.
She's my queen.
Yeah. It was weird because there's like. They had their sex scene at the end of season 7, and then they clearly fucking in the beginning of season 8. But then he finds out about it, and he's kind of like, what? No way, you know? And
he's like, nah.
Then there's a scene where he does finally tell her about it, I guess, and they talk about it. And then she still wants to fuck, she's trying to like hiss up on him, and he's kind of going up, but then he's just not into it no more. He's like, this is my aunt, bro.
Damn.
But she's a Targaryen, bro. Like, she don't care.
Yeah.
That don't mean nothing, bro.
Dude, Jon Snow was more of a Stark.
If we related, shit, I don't care. That's what this Targaryens are like.
Yeah, that pretty much is.
So I don't know what's gonna go down. I do know one still I saw from episode 4, Matt Smith, Damon, he's getting a haircut.
Oh, damn, really?
Yeah, I saw, and he's got like normal shorter hair, which I kind of am disappointed. That dude had some luscious locks. It's like just as long, if not longer, than Rhaenyra's hair.
I know. Damn. Well,
So,
episode 4 drops this Sunday.
It does.
I'm very excited for it.
I wonder if there's gonna be a time jump again or not. It seems like.
I wonder.
It's kind of okay. So, like, what is your opinion on the time jumps so far? Because I wasn't expecting big ass time jumps like this.
Yeah, I hope they don't like happen for much longer. Just because if we go like 2, 3, and then like 10 years, like it's a lot of time to be skipping through.
Yeah.
Like I want to stick with like consistent actors and just see like the rest of the story play out.
I'm kind of bummed that the actress that plays Rhaenyra is already about to be out, because I really like her, actually.
Yeah, I did too.
And so when I found out they were going to switch actresses or actors to an older girl, I was like, I'm not hating on her, and it kind of sucks because I think a lot of people do like Rhaenyra. And this other actor playing like an older version of her, it seems like I hope they don't give her hate, because like, I know how fucking fan groups are.
Yeah.
And they all like tweak whenever like something like this happens.
Oh yeah.
So I'm hoping I think she'll be fine. Obviously, she's casting it. I'm sure she'll do great. But it just sucks because I do really like this actress.
Me too.
So hate to see it, but I do agree. I think it's a little weird, but I know the Fire and Blood storyline is like huge. Like, it's a giant book.
Yeah.
It just talks. It's like a big thing about the Targaryens and like their reign, pretty much. And I know that it has there's a lot of stuff to do. So I was like, okay, like there's no way that they go like, year by year.
The show is going to fill so much history.
It makes sense that they have to do some time jumps. And I don't mind that, but I do agree. I don't want every episode to start and then like, because I remember where it ended last week.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, let's go. But then it's like 2 years later. And I'm like, like I'm still like, okay, like this, the main plot is still progressing. Like what it's building to.
I think stories should like take place when they happen.
I agree.
If you're just jumping like you're just telling history at that point.
Yeah. I think how many, do we know how many episodes season 1 is? Is it 10?
I hope it's 10, possibly maybe just 8.
I don't know how many it is, but I did see when we found out there was going to be an actor swap for when they're older. They said it was going to happen around midway through the season. So if that's the case, then we're episode 4. If it's an 8 episode season, this is the halfway point. If it's a 10 episode season, it's about to be the halfway point. So
it's going to be 10 episodes.
10. Okay, so we're almost there. We got like this week and then one more week potentially with the current actors that play Rhaenyra, and then that one 10-year-old girl, maybe Alicent.
Yeah, maybe we'll have flashbacks.
Maybe, potentially.
We'll see.
Kind of sucks. That kind of sucks. Just because I really like the actors.
Me too. I think the casting was really good on her.
Yeah.
And we've seen her the most episodes, so
Exactly.
I was kind of like feeling attached.
Yeah. She's clearly like the main character. There's a lot of main characters, but it seems like she's the standout. So yeah, I'm gonna give a fair shot to the next actor. I'm sure they'll do great. But I do agree. I think I want it to stay more linear from this point forward.
Yes.
Less big time jumps. Time jumps. Game of Thrones did time jumps because
like months passed when you travel and shit.
Exactly, because they didn't have cars and planes back then. Bro.
Nah.
It just takes that long to get from a place to place.
Gotta fucking walk.
So yeah, the time jumps like that are fine, but like 2 years is a pretty big jump. Like that's pretty big. It's like I wonder if I assume then when we get to this next big time jump where Rhaenyra is like fully grown completely, like she's in her adulthood.
Yeah,
like well into it. I guess that means like her baby half brother Aegon is he's gonna be like 10 maybe, like a kid.
Yeah, I guess he'll be 10.
Yeah, damn. So I don't know. We'll see. Any predictions going in, Nick? What do you think's brewing?
I don't know, man. I think Rhaenyra might marry what's his name, Daemon. They might do something like that.
I'm thinking that might happen as well.
It'd be kind of interesting because like this whole thing happened with their friend. She's like might as well just marry into the family. Like I'm tired of just not being taken seriously. Mm-hmm. And they might be a power couple. Who knows?
Oh yeah, you never know.
We'll see.
We'll see. I mean, hey, Game of Thrones it's all about incest. So.
It just revolves around incest from episode 1.
Yeah. So we also, if there's a big time jump, we already know Alicent's pregnant right now. Who knows how many kids she pushes out, dude?
Oh yeah, and that'll make Aegon like 12 or 13.
It's true.
Kind of like Tommen's age. Like
yeah, exactly. That's
we'll
true.
see how old, like what he like.
That
we'll
could be interesting. Yeah.
We'll see if he's like
if he's like Joffrey or some shit.
Fuck, dude.
Dude, Joffrey. Oh man, I gotta rewatch Game of Thrones.
I want to watch it just.
Yeah.
Me and my girl are thinking about rewatching.
I'd love.
And I was like, I want to
it.
watch it just to watch.
It's a great show.
So
man.
satisfying.
Besides the last season, but dude, what a fuck.
Yeah.
Anyway, any other thoughts so far? What overall thoughts? First 3 episodes of House of the Dragon.
The show's coming on really strong.
Mm-hmm.
We're probably gonna review it either on episode 5 or 6, and then we'll do like a finale update. We'll do 3 of these.
Okay, I'm
like
down
a
to
trilogy of episodes just talking about the first season.
Let's talk one more thing before we wrap this up. This is a potential casting news for season 2 because we've already been confirmed House of Dragons getting a season 2.
Oh my gosh,
it's already been confirmed.
What is it?
Word on the street is, Nick, let me tell you, word on the street is that season 2 there's been a casting. They think Elizabeth Olsen is going to be cast into House of the Dragon. What are your thoughts?
Is she gonna play the Fire Witch?
That's what a lot of people are thinking. They're thinking she might play the kind of like a younger
Missandra.
Maybe it could be her too, because we know she's been.
She lives like she should be alive.
It could be her then. That actually would be kind of cool if she plays a younger version of her. That's a good ass idea. Dude. Damn, that would be sick.
They got to do it.
I would love that. But yeah, if she's in it, I would love it. I'm not gonna lie, bro. That'd be great. I think she's a great actress. That would be cool.
I would love to see her in Game of Thrones.
Yeah. We do know Game of Thrones usually casts European actors because the
Australian,
like
European. Yeah.
The only person I think in Game of Thrones, or like at least main character wise, was Tyrion. Mm-hmm. He's American, I believe. What's
he killed it though.
Peter Dinklage.
Yeah,
but he was great. Oh my god,
he was so good.
I think Elizabeth Olsen has the acting ability to play a character like Melisandre or something like that. So yeah, that's a potential casting. We don't know if it's rumored. If that comes true, shit, bro, I'm all down, dude. I'd let Elizabeth Olsen spit in me, bro. I'd
let her be in Game of Thrones. I'd like to see her, dude. Yeah,
I would too. Your idea is actually, I really like that. Actually,
yeah, dude. We gotta post this to TikTok, bro.
Yeah, we gotta get like an edit where like someone like put her face like on Melisandre or something. You know
what?
You know how people do where they just like do like a bad Photoshop. It's just really quick so you can get it out there. But anyway. Overall thoughts, I really like it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to keep going. It feels good to get some Game of Thrones content. It's been years since season 8, and it feels good that we're getting some good content back.
Yeah, and it's like it's about the history and stuff. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of stuff people wanted to hear about.
Yeah,
like, there's so much Targaryen, like you said, lore.
There's so much.
I want to see how they expand upon it.
Yeah, I'd love to see, and I'd love to see how long this season goes for. Like, what's the end game in this? You know?
Oh yeah.
I guess we'll see, but. Until then, I'd give this show so far so far overall it's like an 8.5, 9.
I give it a 9.
Yeah, I agree. It's not bad at all.
Maybe 8.5 because of the time jumps. Like
8.5, 9, around that general area.
Pretty strong.
I'm excited to go again around the halfway point and then come back again for the finale of season 1.
Got to see where it at.
So yeah, I agree. Anyway, go check the socials out.
Yeah,
I guess it's the end of the episode.
Instagram at Cosmic Kickback, Twitter Cosmic Kickback. Join the Discord.
True,
we might be on there.
Yeah,
follow Josh on stream. This dude's streaming, bro.
Shit! Oh, thank you, Nick. Shout out Nick. Shout out everybody.
Yeah, go watch House of Dragon, and we will see you guys in the next episode.
See you guys.